I'm so sorry I was late. I was in New York this morning. Everything tried to stop me from getting here, but I'm here and I'm so excited that all of you are here. And I will, you know what, let's just call it what, let's deal with the elephant in the room. I want to tell you just a little bit about, I saw what happened here yesterday and the conversation surrounding that post that was made. And what I want to tell you is the first thing that I thought was, what a teachable moment. Because we are at a point, this is exactly why I'm in this race, because we have to develop deeper understanding between communities. I entered this race because I've been a history teacher for the last 15 years. A really good one. No, and not even in a braggadocious way, but I'm just so proud of the work I've done. And one of the things that I've always taught my students is you have to be a part of the solution. If you see a problem, I don't want to hear you complain about it. You have to jump in and do something about it. And your voice is just as important as anyone else's in the room. And I was getting to the point where I did not feel like the world that I was telling them was waiting for them was there. You know, I felt almost like a fraud. I'm telling them, if you work hard, if you do your part, if you do everything you're supposed to do, you know, you have access to the same opportunities. And I see all of those things chipping away. You know, I don't know if some people are meeting me for the first time or what you know about me, but I grew up in Waterbury, public housing, my whole life. My mom was an addict. My grandmother raised me. I got pregnant as a teenager, you know, and I thought there has to be something different. You know, there was an article written a couple weeks ago that said, candidate attempts to inspire by pretending she's oppressed. Let me tell you something though. Nothing about my life is oppressive. That's the problem. Everything about my life has been a blessing because what it taught me was that all people have value, no matter where you are in your life. The same person that you see standing here was the same person that lived in the projects, but we both have value. You know, the same person that you see as an educated professional was the same person that was a high school dropout. We both have value. You know, when I hear people talking about, you know, the middle class, we have to do all this, everybody has a place here. And that's what I'm trying to bring to this race, that all communities, all people, all sexual orientations, all genders, all races, we all have value. And that's what this should look like. Our representative government should look like our communities. And when I say that, I don't mean the color of my skin. I mean old, young, women, men, doctors, teachers, farmers, everybody who is concerned and affected by the laws that are being made should have the opportunity to engage in the discussion. This idea that you don't get to be here, or you need to wait your turn, or you need a long, no, absolutely not, because the laws that are being made affect me, they affect my children, they affect my community, and they affect so many other people disproportionately. I was in Cornwall the other day, and they were talking about farm subsidies from the USDA. They were so concerned about losing farm subsidies. And then I went to Meriden to an after-school lunch program, and they were talking about the subsidy that comes from the USDA. They're concerned about losing those subsidies as well. We need somebody that understands that all of our communities are suffering, that it's not just one or the other. You know, I hear people in this state, all of these things, and for years I've said, but who's speaking for me? Who's making sure that all of our communities, and that's who I am, that's what I've always done. I'm not going to back away from that. I am unapologetic about that. You know, I knew going into this that the color of my skin would be an issue at some point. I honestly am surprised it took this long. But I can't take this skin off, and I am so proud to wear it every day. And I say that because just like I used to tell my students, let's talk about it. If there's something about me that you don't understand or you want to, let's talk about it. And I think that that's what this has to look like, where people in a room who are saying, well, I don't understand what this means or what the difference is, we're sitting down and we're talking about it in dignified, in respectful, in moral, in civilized ways. I think this is the path we're going down as in a country right now. And I'm not okay with that. You know, I never thought I didn't want this. I didn't ask for it. But sometimes, you know, God chooses the people that he sees fit to carry on a certain mission.